What's up, everybody? It's Austin, and what a great Monday it is. But hey, we're going to talk about some rental restrictions because rent, tenants' rights, the cost of living is a big topic nationally. And here in Santa Barbara, there was a city council vote on Tuesday that did pass a temporary rent freeze to October 2025 levels. It is not permanent, it is temporary. There's a lot more discussion about that, so please educate yourself and let's dig in and talk to your city council about what you believe in. However, the reason I'm bringing this up today is not just that, but we had a client over the weekend reach out with some CC&Rs that have, and she's like, hey, what does this mean for me if I buy it as a rental property? So a CC&R is a covenant and restriction. It says what you can and can't do with that property. Think of it for neighborhoods. Think of it for condos, for townhomes, for planned unit developments, and they can restrict, again, what you can and cannot do with your property, right? Now, the restriction that was in hers is that it says that the city, this is up in San Luis Obispo, for 5 years, the property needs to be owner occupied. You can rent part of the dwelling because there's accessory dwelling units, but you cannot rent the full thing. You can't. The intent is that investors aren't just buying property and renting it out. They want people that live in the area and own in the area that they live in and that they work in, right? So she's like, well, what does this mean? Now, the agent there literally put it in writing, like, well, just do that alone, and then underwriters won't ask questions, and you do what you want. And I'm like, yeah, but the CC&Rs say that you have to go to the board and the city for approval, and that it can't be a 1-year period, and that the intent has to be that the owner moves back in. So there could be some legal language in your property itself that you own or that could be changing with regards to rental restrictions. We also had another client last week that was buying a condo here in Santa Barbara, and the HOA just recently passed restricting how many units can be rented. So it's not in the CC&Rs yet, but their bylaws and their minutes are going to be adjusted. And since he was buying for this a property for his daughter with roommates and to turn it into a rental long term, like, hey, Murren, you got to check this out before you move forward with it, right? You also have to understand that if you have a rental property and you're like, oh, well, this lease is almost done. If I need more rent to qualify, I'll just kick them out and get a new tenant at the end of the lease. Well, you may or may not have that right anymore as a landlord. So there's a lot of things when it turns into a rental property that could have restrictions around it. Some of it for an underwriting perspective, some of it are the legal actual CC&Rs and covenants that you're signing, you're agreeing to when you purchase the property, and some of it are going to be political changes down the line. It's important to know that, and it's important to work together because there's still so many opportunities out there. But the more that we understand this, the better position we can put you in. It's Austin at Ordinary Point. Make a great day. Let's go crush the week, y'all.